Hey guys, I find editing these what I did today and what I eat in a day videos to be really enjoyable to both watch and edit. It's a way to keep a whole day on record. Also, I've been wanting to improve my editing skills, so here we go with another one. A little reminder to drink that agua. And I've been really liking the picture-in-picture effect I found on iMovie. And as promised on the title, I'm making the Tik Tok Quesadilla. And for the Tik Tok Quesadilla, you can pretty much put any 3 to 4 ingredients that makes a quesadilla, but I decided to put tomatoes, avocados, and cheese. And oh my gosh, avocados was a phase. At one point we would have like 10 avocados all the time. And I've been really taking the advantage of the phone stand I got from Amazon. And it was a really simple idea, but I no longer need to have someone record everything for me, and all these shots are done from this simple phone stand. Oh, and I probably forgot to mention, but I'm spreading some sesame oil to cook scrambled eggs for my other ingredient for the quesadilla. And I bet you didn't know that eggs are high in quality protein, and they raise good cholesterol, and they also are a good source of omega-3s. That last voiceover sounded a little cocky, but you get the point. Eggs are before a whole chicken. It has to include a lot of good things. And of course, gotta do the quarter cut thing to make the Tik Tok Quesadilla. And first I'm gonna melt some cheese because that's priority. Melted cheese for quesadillas, everything. Of course I'm gonna have that extra background noise because I'm doing this right next to a kitchen. My desk is right next to a kitchen. Oh, and I didn't realize until I'm editing this video, but this quesadilla has almost all the colors of the rainbow. Well, not all, but like a lot of the colors of the rainbow. I intended on placing the cilantros for the aesthetics, but honestly, I don't think it's that aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, that's pretty much the finished look. And here comes the most exciting part, folding the tortilla. And it actually worked. It's crazy how a simple idea like this can make all the difference in the world. I honestly never eat in the balcony, but just for the video and it has sunlight, I did it this time. Sunlight shots are so cool, like look at that, drinking that water. And here's me tasting the quesadilla. Of course it's good, it has avocados inside. And I'm talking here, but I'm pretty much saying the same things as the voiceovers, so I'm gonna mute it. So I was actually waiting for the bananas to ripen so I can make the banana oat cakes. So I need around 2 cups of these. I'm just gonna try putting in 3 first to see if it adds to 450 grams. The recipe, and inspired by Linda Sun. She's such a good fitness health YouTuber. So first I'm going to preheat the oven to the standard 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I'm measuring out some raw oats to later grind them in the food processor. And here comes the satisfying part where you get to see the oats turn all nice and powdery. And like I said earlier, I needed 2 cups of bananas, so I'm just peeling them and measuring 2 cups, or in grams, however many that is. That's the amount that ended up being 2 cups, and now I'm gonna start mashing them. Pour in some vanilla. These are from Costco. And since I want to thoroughly incorporate and mix all the dry ingredients together, I decided to put the baking soda and cinnamon, maybe salt and sugar in the food processor so that they all mix together and they don't form clumps. And here comes the fun part, mixing everything together. And honestly, baking items are so easy because you pretty much have to just use one bowl and combine everything together. Now I'm adding some vinegar because it acts as the acid that the baking soda reacts with. And you might think that the vinegar will turn the oatmeal cake sour, but it actually doesn't have any significant taste to it. Then I'm combining the last few ingredients, which consist of milk, olive oil, peanut butter, and raisins. Pretty self-explanatory, but I just want to keep mixing until everything is well incorporated. You can add any topping you like, but I added raisins. You can add chocolate chip or walnuts, whatever nuts you like. I was amazed how well oat flour can replace regular flour. Oats are high in fiber and they are much healthier than white flour, which is the type of flour that can turn into sugar easily in your body. Love this recipe. Thank you, Linda Sin, who's one of my favorite YouTubers, Linda's son. Placing that in the preheated oven and setting the time to 25 minutes. You know those major decluttering videos where they fast forward it and you can see this major transformation? Well, I feel like this is like one of them. And so I decided to just record myself dishwashing because they're inevitable after cooking. And try to take this annoying chore that you have to something pleasant, something out of your work routine where you can clear your mind off of things, because this task sure does not take much brain work. And a good tip I have is to use a disposable cloth or a paper towel to first wipe off all the unwanted food and oils from the dishes to make your dishwashing experience easier. Now I have a great and healthy snack option. Today's plan was to finish up the test that I have for my law class. So currently it's around 10:20 a.m. and my goal is to finish all the studying as well as the test before lunch. So maybe like by 1 p.m. And I have to read this case called the Rainbow Travel Service case, and it's pretty difficult. It's like, I don't know, like an 8-page document, and I have to like search up what the vocabularies mean because there are some vocabs that I never even heard of. Like, and honestly, these are not that easy because law, and I'm not very familiar with it. It's one of the classes that are like required for my major. So I'm gonna do that. So a little ranting session. Yesterday was Sunday and I didn't have any plans. I was like, I want to do something productive. And I knew that this law test was today. So I went over like 4 chapters on my textbook. And like, I felt like it took the whole day. I was like, studying is hard. Like, it's not easy, you know, like you're trying to like retain new information. And even though it's like the stuff that we went over during the semester, first of all, I'm not so interested in the subject. So that could be one reason. And another reason is just like, I'm not familiar with law. So yeah, I was like, being a full-time student and like studying especially is like so time consuming. I'm glad that the online school does give me like a lot more freedom and like a lot more time. See, like right now I'm doing like some creative stuff like uploading YouTube videos or like TikTok videos, and I could just like take hikes because I have a lot of time. But at the same time, you know, there's so much reading in college. I don't think I've ever like read all the things that all my professors told me to do, because that'll be like so much. Just a little college student rant, but I'm done in like 3 semesters. So another thing is that I do think that I'm a slower learner, and I have to read like the same passage like a couple of times for me to really understand it. So that's also why I think that it takes a long time to do one session of studying. So it's lunchtime and we got this last night's leftover food, vegetarian pizza. And it's a little different because the crust is made of soybean powder, tofu, and there's like pasta sauce and some zucchini and some vegetables. So I'm gonna heat that up right now. So I'm still currently reading the law case that I'm supposed to be like informed about for the test, but like I was thinking it's taking a really long time for me to read this. It's okay, like slow reading is real learning. If I take a long time to do this, it will be a trade-off. It's like I'll have less time to do other things. It's better to read it slowly and fully understand it than like only understand 50% of it. It's not for me to say you love. The outside is chewy and the inside has red bean. It's called taiyaki. So just finished eating lunch, did some dishes, and now I'm gonna go back to doing assignments, and then later on in the day I'm gonna have to go drop off my sister for her practice, and I'm going to run at a track as well, and then pick up my brother from work. So yeah, and then take my exam. Finally finished reading the legal case description thing. Now I'm gonna move on to my other class assignment, take notes on it, and then hopefully find an article to do a current event. So just dropped off my sister and now I arrived at the track, so I'm gonna go hopefully run at least a mile and then do like some warm-up walk and cool down walk. So here I am walking over to the track. Then I'm running. Run. Then I'm doing some cool down stretches. I low-key look like a silhouette. And I'm really getting out that creative juice out, aren't I? Look at that cool shot from the bottom of my seat. Okay, gotta take off my earbuds first, and then since I have a little bit more time, I'm gonna read this book, Latitudes, because it's it's like an assigned reading. Opening the window. And if you can't already tell, I'm frequently drinking water in this video, but that's because drinking water should be one of your priorities to maintain a healthy body. And I do have Chipotle clips, but I didn't get to eat this because they're all gone by the time I wanted to eat them. My family ate them. That was it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you in my next video.